Okay, what's up, guys? We're going to talk about Klay Thompson and his update. And it looks like he will be back sooner than expected. So let's be patient, guys. Okay, Klay Thompson. Hey, we have a huge expectation for his return to the Golden State Warriors. And it may happen much sooner than we all expect. Here's a quote. The hope is they'll have him back prior to Christmas. That's Wojciechowski. Yes, sir. And that's on the Warriors star. And he appears to be on track to possibly come back on December 20th against the Sacramento Kings at the Chase Center, of course. ESPN's Adrian Wojciechowski reported this as well. And Warriors officially, you know, they're talking about it, but it's loosely set around the Christmas time. The earliest possible target date for our boy Klay Thompson to come back and join his brother. Yeah. Here's another quote. Thompson is making really good progress. Assuming his rehab continues to go smoothly, the Warriors will set a target date for his return in a couple weeks. Yikes. Yes, sir, he's making progress. Yes, sir, and it's music to the ears of the Warriors fans and basketball heads all around the world. For the 31-year-old, yeah. For the season, hey, man, he's been out for a long 2 years, man, and it's been a long 2 years for that boy. Klay Thompson first injured his left knee in his ACL during the 2019 finals, and he was set to suit up for the 2021 NBA season after getting hurt during the offseason. Devastating, right? Torn Achilles. He did that during the offseason. Oh, my God. Hey, for what it's worth, though, the Warriors are still 11-2 on this season. Stephen Curry is leading the way, and he's having an absolutely terror year. You dig what I'm saying? MVP caliber type year for Curry. And many expected the Warriors could get back to the championship rings once again. I believe they will. And there's no use well, I'll have to say this. I gotta say it. There's no use in explaining how important Thompson is to the Golden State Warriors. He erupted arguably as one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. On top of that, he's an all-defensive guy. Yeah, he's coming off of 2 season-ending injuries, and he's 31 years old, so it's understandable that he will not come back as the Splash Brother as we once knew, but hey, he still can hold his own. I believe he will. And we talked about earlier about how Kevin Durant was an absolute inspiration for Klay Thompson. These guys both played together, both played under Steve Kerr, both won NBA championships together. And we both know that these guys both, pretty much sat out dang near almost 2 years or so with the same similar injury. And like Thompson, Durant missed all of the 2019-2020 NBA campaign recovering. Hey, but he appeared in 35 games for the Brooklyn Nets last year as his pure usual self, dominant self, averaging down near 27 points per game, 7 rebounds, and shooting 45% from the three. Yikes. We all know this boy is a great three-point shooter. Hey, we already know that, man. Hey, not only does Klay Thompson score the ball, hey, he can shoot the ball just as good as anybody around the NBA, if you ask me, other than the name of Stephen Curry, of course. And over the last 3 years or so, hey, he's finished only second behind Stephen Curry when three-point shooting, totaling it out at 276 total three-pointers on 44% the last time he hooped. So we all know that he's a sniper, boop, 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 boop. And he's changed the game of basketball right along with Stephen Curry. From a guy that is showing the new players, the new wave of players like Duncan Robinson, that you really don't need to dribble the ball in order to score. Yes, sir, he can move. He moves really well without the ball, man. He reminds me of Richard Hamilton, but he can shoot the ball much further from deep, you dig? Richard Hamilton was a great mid-range shooter, but Klay Thompson is a great three-point shooter, and he moves just like him, you dig what I'm saying? And if you could play on the floor with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green and still put up around 20 points a night, that's saying a lot, baby. We all know, man, Klay Thompson has a unique way and effective way of generating offense for himself. And it's still a product of the Golden State Warriors offense, free-flowing offense that Steve Kerr is so famous for. And if a play breaks down on a possession, I think we might not go with him on the isolation, but yeah, but if he's in the post, I believe he can exploit smarter guys. He is 6'7". But we all know his handle isn't the greatest, and that might be his detriment. But he has a nice little triple threat, man, and he still gets the job done. Klay Thompson knows exactly what he does well on the court, and he does it well every single night. And Klay Thompson famously joined the squad back in 2016 when he exploded for 60 points through 3 quarters, only dribbling the ball 11 times, the first time in a shot clock era to actually score 60 points with fewer than 30 minutes played. Yes, and it was the most through 3 quarters since Kobe Bryant, 62 points back in 2005 against the Dallas Mavericks, a year before I got there. And Thompson has been spectacular during the regular seasons, and he's been spectacular in the playoffs, but he's most commonly known as Game 6 Klay, in a reference to his spectacular performance against the Oklahoma City Thunder in Game 6 back in 2016, when he had 41 points and he sank 11 three-pointers. Yikes. And Klay Thompson is a great defender. Klay was a better defender. Hey, he doesn't get enough credit for his defense. That's what Kendrick Perkins says. We all know that Klay Thompson can defend, no doubt. and he's always guarding the team's best player, and he typically gets the job done every single night. Opening clip, hey, he gave Chris Paul all he could handle. Paul had a very, very difficult time trying to get the ball into Blake Griffin. Why? Because, a guy like Klay Thompson is 6'7". Chris Paul is only 6'6", and being 6'7" definitely helps Paul. He got that lower leg strength, lower body strength, and he can't take up space as well. And on this play, it ruined the Clippers' chances to score on that possession. Yeah, man. And Thompson recorded 332 blocks on the regular season, and he's averaging around 0.5 blocks per game throughout his career. And the good news is for the Golden State Warriors, he knows how to play defense without fouling, so that's even better. That's a skill. Can the Golden State Warriors become more dominant than ever? Oh, man, the Golden State Warriors are looking like the best team in the NBA early on, and there's no arguments there at this point. And the Warriors will return from their trip to play Sacramento on Monday, December 20th. And it will be Thompson's first game in 921 days. And it will be a very emotional night for the Golden State Warriors fans and Thompson himself. Yeah, man. And the squad, of course. And if Thompson doesn't come back on the 20th, then he'll be back 3 days later, December 23rd, against the Memphis Grizzlies. They come to town. So far, Ja Morant has their number. Yes, sir. The first team to ever beat these guys this season. Yeah, the Warriors are playing the Phoenix Suns on Christmas Day. All eyes will be on Thompson. Let's get it. Here's what Draymond Green had to say. Hey, let him do it on his own terms and not forcing him and wanting him to be something he may not be able to be right away. Yes, sir. Initially, Poole's addition into the starting five was a contingency plan, but however, that boy is playing really well, and we shall see how that plays out. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green, Steph, Poole, and Wiseman could be bad. Yes, sir. The Golden State Warriors are the best team in the NBA, and they're looking like they're going to win the NBA championship this year. Yeah, two-way wigs, and Jordan Poole will take a lot of pressure off of Klay when he gets back. And he'll be able to make his way back without having to do too much or press on his body too hard, you know what I'm saying? And I believe he will come back in great shape and make noise. He averaged about 13, 14 points this year, mark my words. But it's happy to have him back. Hopefully he comes back strong, healthy. Leave your comments below, man. Will the Golden State Warriors get back into championship love? Let's get it.